Time has expired. I now recognize Mr. Swalwell for 5 minutes of questioning.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. You have an important job. I think you have one of the most important jobs in the cabinet. Thank you for doing it. I want you to have credibility and be taken seriously as you do the job. And so I want to put to rest this question about Mr. Garcia and this photo that the president posted on April 21.
This exchange between Congressman Eric Swalwell and DHS Secretary Kristi Noem was not just tense. It was revealing in all the ways this administration probably didn't want it to be.
Madam Secretary, you agree that the letters MS and the number 13 in Times Roman numeral font, that they are doctored on this photo, right?
Congressman Abrego Garcia.
No, I'm just asking about this photo.
It wasn't based off of tattoos. It was based off an entire case.
And I'll accept that
case against him.
For the purpose of this question. You agree, though, that this is doctored. Is that right?
The same protocols that are
Madam
applied
Secretary,
to every
I want you to have
individual with
credibility,
law
and
enforcement.
I want you to be taken seriously. Is this doctored or is it not
Sir,
doctored?
I am taken quite seriously
Is it
because
doctored or not
I approach my job
doctored?
with the importance that the president has given me to do
I understand.
my job.
Is it doctored or not
One thing
doctored?
that's important to remember is that every single time a case is built.
Madam Secretary, I have a 7-year-old, a
against individuals,
6-year-old, and a 3-year-old. I have a bullshit detector. I'm just asking you, is this doctored or not doctored?
Sir, the protocols in the case built against
Can you
Abrego
answer the
Garcia
question?
were exactly the same.
Madam Secretary,
I don't have
you're-
any knowledge as to that photo you're pointing to.
Okay, can you
I
take her,
don't, sir.
can you show her the photo? Walk her the photo down there. No, that one. Please take a look at this photo. It was tweeted by the president on April 21. It's been hanging out there for about a month.
So what is your point?
My question is the numbers and the letter MS-13. Could you look at the photo, please? It's right in front of
Are
you.
you saying Abrego Garcia is not a wife beater?
No, ma'am.
That he's not a criminal.
Ma'am,
He's not a human trafficker, and he's not a member of MS-13.
You vouched for Mr. Garcia when
You're
your team
vouching for
said,
a man
ma'am, you
that is
vouched
a
for him when
known
you said he was
violent
mistakenly
criminal.
deported.
Sir,
I didn't vouch for him.
I did not say
In that
he
photo,
should have been deported. Absolutely.
It's so
There was
telling
never
that
a
you
mistake
won't look at the
deport him,
photo.
and we will not be bringing
Was
him back
it
to this
doctored or
country.
not?
In staying here, if
Can you
he
look
comes
to
back
your
this
right
country, he
at
would
the
be
photo in
deported
front
right
of you?
away.
Madam Secretary, can you look to the right at the photo in front of you?
I have seen this
Okay.
photo as you held it behind your heads.
Thank you. And the letters MS and the numbers 13, are those doctored or not?
Your testimony today is on a doctored photo. You don't want to talk about the facts.
Okay,
The
so
importance of our national security.
You acknowledge it was
Do
doctored.
to make sure that the United States is protected.
Madam Secretary,
from
this is not a
violent
hard question.
criminals?
Are those doctored or not?
Sir,
Is that actually on his hand or not?
This is unbelievable to me that you're focused.
It's unbelievable to me that you can't look at the photo and tell the American
I looked
people.
at the photo, but I don't have any knowledge as to this photo.
Okay, so it's been hanging out there for 4 weeks. You are one of the chief law enforcement officials in the country. What have you done to investigate whether the president misrepresented the reason that that person has been detained?
Sir,
have
we
you
spend our
done
time-
anything to try and figure out whether that was doctored or not?
The mission of the Department of Homeland Security is to secure our nation and to make sure that we're out there going after those that are the worst of the worst, the criminals, the bad actors. Abrego Garcia.
So the answer is
a
you've done
known
nothing to
terrorist,
correct the
member
president.
of MS-13, a wife beater and a human trafficker that should never have been in this country to begin with.
So, Madam Secretary, thank you, Mr. Burnett. 2 weeks ago, your agency deported a 4-year-old American citizen in a stage 4 cancer battle. What are you doing to get him back to the country so he can get his treatment?
Congressman, this mother wished to keep her family together and to take her child with her. So as every single person is given the opportunity to, medical care is given throughout the process.
So it sounds like
and
nothing.
for this child, medical care was confirmed in their home country so that it would continue, and those treatments and whatever needs were needed to be had into the future were confirmed to be provided there before.
That child's home country is the United States. Do you believe you have a right to deport a U.S. citizen?
That mother chose to keep her family together, and that is what President Trump is focused on.
That's not the facts of the case.
Yes, it is the facts.
Madam
This
Secretary,
mother
moving on,
confirmed that she wanted to
do
keep
you
her
have a
child
right?
with her, and our families and parents are given that ability to keep their children with them when they return to their home countries.
Madam Secretary, do you have a right to deport a U.S. citizen?
No, we do not deport U.S. citizens and have not deported U.S. citizens.
Except the 4-year-old that we just
No,
referenced.
that mother chose to keep her child with her, and that is her prerogative, and the law was followed in allowing her the opportunity to do that.
So, Madam Secretary, I'm a former prosecutor. I have put people away for life sentences who are gang members. I don't need to wear costumes to show how tough I am. What makes me different from you is when I put those individuals away, I did it with the weight of the law behind me. And I yield back.
Mr. Chairman.
Gentleman yields.
I ask unanimous consent to enter an article from Fox 45 that states documents reveal a second protective order filed by.
If you've ever watched a congressional hearing and thought, why won't anyone just answer the question? This clip is for you. Because what we're about to break down is a masterclass in evasion, deflection, and how not to build public trust when you're one of the most powerful law enforcement officials in the country. Eric Swalwell wasn't yelling. He wasn't grandstanding. He was asking one very simple question, and Kristi Noem just could not answer it. Let's walk through exactly what happened, why it matters, and what this moment says about credibility, accountability, and the dangerous precedent being set here. Swalwell actually starts this exchange in a pretty measured way. He thanks Secretary Noem. He acknowledges that her job, Secretary of Homeland Security, is one of the most important roles in the entire cabinet. And then he says something crucial. I want you to have credibility. I want you to be taken seriously. That's not an insult. That's a warning. Because credibility matters when you're overseeing deportations, counterterrorism, border enforcement, and life-or-death decisions that affect real people. And Swalwell makes it clear that what he's about to ask isn't a political gotcha. It's about correcting the record. Then comes the moment that completely shifts the hearing. Another congressman brings up a case where DHS deported a 4-year-old American citizen who is battling stage 4 cancer. Let that sink in. A U.S. citizen, 4 years old, stage 4 cancer. Secretary Noem's defense. The child's mother chose to take the child with her when she was deported, and DHS confirmed medical care would be available in the home country. Except the child's home country is the United States. Swalwell presses the core legal issue. Do you have the right to deport a U.S. citizen? Noem says no, then immediately contradicts herself by defending what happened. This is bureaucratic wordplay at its worst. Technically claiming DHS didn't deport the child, while functionally removing an American citizen from the country and separating them from life-saving care. It's legalistic, cold, and completely disconnected from reality. Swalwell closes with one of the most understated but devastating lines of the hearing. He says he's a former prosecutor. He's put gang members away for life, and he didn't need costumes or performative toughness to do it. He did it with evidence, with the law, with facts that could stand up in court. And that's the contrast he's drawing. One side believes the law is strong enough on its own. The other relies on optics, fear, and refusal to answer basic questions. This exchange wasn't about a photo, and it wasn't about Eric Swalwell scoring points. It was about whether truth still matters when the government accuses someone of being a criminal, whether evidence still has to be real, whether officials are willing to correct misinformation, even when it comes from the president. And most importantly, it was about credibility. When the Secretary of Homeland Security can't, or won't, say whether a viral image used to justify deportation was doctored, that should concern everyone, regardless of party. Because if the government doesn't have to be honest about this, what else are they willing to distort? If you found this breakdown useful, make sure you hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. Do you think Secretary Noem should have answered the question directly? Does this kind of evasion undermine trust in DHS? I want to hear your thoughts. And if you want more deep dives into congressional hearings that actually matter, stick around. We're just getting started.